What is up, YouTube? I'm Laura, and you're watching Atomic News. And yes, it has been a hot minute since I've done a live stream, so I'm going to hang on a few because nobody was expecting me to do a live stream right now. So I'll just wait for a minute for some people to pop in. Once you pop in, say hi in the chat room, let me know you're here. And yes, I'm in my hot tub. It's in the 50s here in Arizona, so it's pretty cold out. And I thought to myself, okay, now's the time to get in the hot tub. It's perfect. So I'm not like sweating in the hot tub. My motion sensor light goes off and on when the dogs walk by, so forgive me when my lighting changes. But so if you're new here, welcome. I'm Laura. You're watching Atomic News, and make sure you're subscribed. And when you hop into the video, make sure you hit the like button. Hey Dorinda, how's it going? Long time no see. I know I've kind of been missing in action, but 'tis the season for busy in retail. And hey Janet, how's it going? So I was driving home from work today, and I was almost home. Like, it's literally the corner, like the major cross streets corner. I'm like, it's a block away from where I live. And I'm waiting at the left turn light, and I see this car pull over, and I'm like, they have their hazard lights on. I'm like, what are they doing? Is something wrong? And I'm like, well, that sucks. And then I see this massive Trump sign. Okay, here in Arizona, we have these massive Trump signs. They're so tall. Like, I don't even know how many feet tall. It's like at least like a one-story building, probably, to the top, I would guess. I mean, I could be wrong, but and I really didn't know how solid they were until just now when I tried to fix it. So I'm sitting in the left-hand turn lane to turn, onto the street that leads to my house, and I see this car parked, and they're stopped, and then I see the massive Trump sign that has the thin blue line flag attached to the top of it, all of a sudden start to, and then this girl start to run, because as soon as I saw it tip, I was like, hey! I screamed out my driver's side window, and that must have freaked her out. So she like took off toward her car, which was the car that I saw, that was sitting with her hazard lights, that I thought maybe something was wrong. And I was like, I'm gonna screenshot your license plate, bitch. And so she flips me off, and I'm like, fuck you too, you liberal snowflake. He's still your president. And she flips me off again, and I'm like, back at you, ho. And so she jumps in her car, and they haul ass, okay? And so as she's jumping in the car, the left turn light turns green, and I screech and flip a bitch, right? Because I'm like, I'm gonna get this bitch's license plate. And they must have been going like 60 miles an hour or something. Like, okay, clearly their car is faster than mine. And Mr. Atomic, he always takes care of the maintenance on my car, so I know she can get and go, let's just say. But it must have been enough of a delay in the time it took for me to flip a U-turn real quick, that they got away. I thought that I was behind them, but it turned out it wasn't the right car, because they were at least a half a mile ahead of me. Because when I got up close at another left-hand turn, thank you, Janet. I did change the hair. It's silver now. But when I caught up to the car I thought it was, there was nobody in the passenger seat, so I was like, no, that's wrong. That's not the right car. I picked the wrong car. So I was like, okay. So I flipped around, came back, and so I text Jen from AZ Patriots. I'm like, hey, are you up? Can you help me fix this sign? Because the sign is massive, okay? And it's towering over the lane. And I didn't want anybody to hit it or anything to happen, for it to fall onto somebody's car, and then they sue like the Trump administration for car damage, right? Because some liberal would, right? And so I tagged Jen from AZ Patriots and her man. I don't know if they're doing something, if they're out, and about or whatever. But she hasn't responded, so I posted on Facebook. I'm like, hey, can anybody help me fix this sign at such and such and such and such? Hey Kathy, how's it going? And I also tagged Hop, I think his last name is pronounced Win, I'm not sure. He had run for local office recently, and he's on my Facebook, and I said, okay, let's see if I can get him too. And he responded and he said, I can't come tonight, but you know, if you need help tomorrow afternoon, I'll help you then. I'm like, okay, good. Cool. Because I grabbed Mr. Atomic, and yes, he loves me because it's cold outside, and yes, it's only a block walk, but still, it's late at night, and he gets up really early. So I was like, babe, I need you to come help me fix this sign. And he's like, okay. So we shove our pistols in our pocket, right, in our sweatshirts, and we go over there just in case, right? We go to push up this massive sign, okay? It weighs a ton, okay? Like these signs are serious shit. So if you have these around where you live, they're up on really tall metal poles, and so people can't get to it. And so it's on top, and so people can see that like above everything else. I don't know how this girl could have possibly got it down that far. So my guess is that I didn't catch that it was already probably slanted sort of, and that she jumped out to try and probably pull it down more. That's my guess, because man, these are heavy. They are hard to move. So me and Mr. Atomic, one of us was pushing and one of us was pulling. And we got it straightened up, at least out of traffic lane. And there's all these cars passing by and they're watching us, and it made me wonder, like, if they yeah, that's a blow up jacuzzi I'm in. It's an inflatable jacuzzi. It's a Coleman saw you spa. So people must, I thought maybe I should have put my Trump shirt on, because people probably thought we were trying to pull it down. I'm like, no. And this car pulls and they wave at us. I'm like, hey, are you guys Trump supporters? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, can you come help us? Someone tried to pull this down and we're trying to put it back up. And she's like, what? I'm like, bitch, I know you heard me. So, and then when the light changes, they speed off and they never turn around and come help us. And like, I'm like, anybody? Hello? Any Trump supporters? And I'm like trying to make it look like we're trying to push it up and not pull it down, you know, so that nobody thinks we're being a-holes. But nobody would come help. I was like, I realize it's 9 o'clock at night, but come on, somebody come help, right? It's held up with metal pipe. Some of them originally, I think, were put up with, what's that white? PVC pipe. Is that what I'm thinking of? That's the original ones. I think they use PVC pipe. And these new ones, no, man, they've got like rebar down in the ground. Like, I don't know how they put these in, but they're going to be a bitch to pull out after the election. Renee says, I voted last week. Everything was red. Good. I want to tell you guys about my voting experience too in just a sec, because I just early voted the other day. But so at least the sign is not leaning into traffic right now, but it's still slanted and it looks kind of cheesy. So I'm hoping that with the help of some other local patriots, we can get it up tomorrow straight. It's really hard. It's really heavy, and my shoulder hurts. I have a tear in my shoulder, and so I'm not the strongest person for pushing or pulling. But man, I wish I had gotten those plates, because I would have reported them. I would have been like, damn, I just watched them do it. And then taken a picture. So if you're friends with me on Facebook, you'll see my post tonight, and you'll see a photo of it in the comment section. I tried to go live while I was there, but I think I was too far from the internet to be able to connect to YouTube, and it wouldn't just do it off of my Verizon internet, which is stupid. So I tried to get it live for you guys, of us trying to push it back up. But it didn't work. But I will try again tomorrow if I get some helpers to try and fix it. Because people are doing it all over the internet right now. In case you guys didn't know, there's a video that is going all over TikTok right now, and you can go see it on AZ Patriots. I'm sure it's there, where Jen and her man, Jen from AZ Patriots, they literally bust somebody pulling down signs, and these two liberals were in fact arrested and fined. So I would come and help you. Yeah, if anybody, I know there are people that live in Arizona that do watch my channel. There's a lot of you. So if there's anybody on the west side of Phoenix, Glendale area, my neighbor's dog is barking. That's not even one of my dogs. That is able to come help push the sign back up, hopefully, and bend it back up straight. I wouldn't mind the help. And you can email me if you want at Sharpie Marker. It's SHARPIE Marker, MARKER _ 1975 at yahoo.com. Email me and let me know, or if you're on my Facebook, because I know some of you are, you can always message me through Messenger. Let me know if you can come, tomorrow or the next 24 hours. And let's see, my business is at 67th and Glendale. Thank you. That's right where it is. Okay. So yes, if you can come help me, it's right across from the Big Lots. So I kind of just gave out pretty much the vicinity of where I live. But there's a Big Lots on 67th in Glendale, and I don't live very far from there. But if somebody can come help me, definitely email me at sharpiemarker _ 1975 at Yahoo, or message me on Facebook. You can find me. You can find me. It's Lawra with a W. It's LAWRA. You can find me. My last name is hyphenated, so if you see it, that's me. Ha! And that would be great. If I could get some helpers, that would be great. But if you want to see that video of Jen and Mike from AZ Patriots, basically getting these people busted for pulling down Trump signs, go check it out. It's all over TikTok too. If you watch a lot of patriotic TikToks, you'll see it there. But anyway, so that's what happened just now. And yes, I am out in the hot tub. It is nice. It is 102 degrees, and it's like 50 something outside, so it feels really good. I'm off tomorrow, so I was like, I'm getting in the hot tub tonight. And then it's been a hot minute since I've talked to you guys, so I was like, I'm gonna kill two birds with one stone right now. I've done hot tub live streams before, but so I voted on it was Monday at ASU, and it was really interesting because it was early voting. So technically my ballot is being held in the envelope in a locked bin, I guess, until election day, where they're going to feed it at that time through the counters. So when I got there, everything's flowing, everything's going good, not a lot of people, great. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to get in and out because I didn't want to deal with all the lines on election day. And as soon as I log in and hit print my ballot, everything went down. I shit you not. Okay? Nobody could print a ballot for 20 minutes after I logged in. Laura, Atomic News, logged in and clicked print my ballot. I'm like, oh, isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? Laura, who's a Republican, who's voting for Trump, who has a political news channel on YouTube with 16,000 something followers, just funny. Conspiracy theory that it goes down, the system goes down when I log in. So long story short, 20 minutes later, it prints my ballot after they reboot everything. Okay, they had to reboot everything after me. Okay, and then up comes my ballot. And so I went ahead and voted, obviously, for Trump. And I voted for Sheridan here for sheriff here because Penzone is a Democratic pussy. And I do not want a man like that running the police department, okay? We really, really miss Sheriff Joe Arpaio, but the man is very old. He's very old. He tried to run again this time, and he just didn't make it in the primaries, which is sad. He is old. He's like 80 something. He's ancient, and he's a lot slower than he used to be, cognitive up here. So Sheridan is your next best choice. If you're in Arizona and you're voting for Maricopa County Sheriff, yeah, not Penzone, right? He's a pussy Democrat. And we don't want him here. So, how's everybody else doing? Sound off in the chat right now. Did you got anybody vote yet? And did anybody have any problems voting? I'm just curious. Or let me know if you're waiting until election day to actually do the voting. I'm just curious. So sound off in chat. I would love to know. Monday, Tucson. Okay. Okay. Cool. I decided, Mr. Atomic's like, what is she doing out there? I'm live streaming in the hot tub. I've live streamed the hot tub. I've live streamed in my bathtub. Do you guys remember that? That was like 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago. During a snowstorm, I put on a bikini and I went and got in my bathtub. Yeah, if you go back far enough, you can actually see that live stream. It's still up. So you, Lisa voted for Trump in Tennessee. Awesome, awesome. I asked for, I originally was going to be off on election day because I wanted to work the polls. But the recruiter for it here was an asshole. And I was like, well, fuck you then. And, what's with Tucker Carlson? Package disappearing? I don't know about that. I'm gonna have to look at that. I know that there's a fantastic interview with Tucker, and Hunter's previous associate, or coworker, or whatever you want to label it, that I need to go back and watch. But I've been working, so I haven't had a chance to go watch it. But since I'm off tomorrow, I'm probably going to be up late, catching up on that kind of a thing. Did you get to go to a Trump rally, Miss Atomic? You know what? I tried to get tickets for the Pence rally that was in Peoria, Arizona, but they never sent me the tickets. So my guess is that it was full and maxed out because of the location that it was at. It didn't hold a lot of people, a whole lot of people. We're not talking like Trump rally numbers, of course. He doesn't get the same following, but they had to have packed it, and it was shut down for blocks around it. So I didn't find out about it in time. And no, I haven't had a chance to go to a Trump rally. I know there was one today in Goodyear, Arizona, and I believe AZ Patriots was there. So if you want to see footage or photos from that, go to AZ Patriots. Unfortunately, the dates of these rallies have conflicted with my schedule at work, except for one, which I wanted to go to so bad. But for those of you that don't know, I've been very, very sick. Some sort of stomach virus. I don't know what it is or what it was. I was tested for COVID 4 times through it, okay, because they kept thinking I had it. And I'm like, no, it's just it's a stomach thing, okay? I'm like, there's nothing nasal. I'm not coughing. It's not the same. But I had to go to the emergency once for fluids because I was just so dehydrated. I wasn't eating. I've lost 24 pounds, which is good for this big girl, right? But this month alone, I have lost 24 pounds because I was that sick. So I was not able to see our president at the time that I could have seen him. Which is sad. But I have been to a Trump rally before. I've been to 1.5. The Chicago rally that shut down before the 2016 election. There was the rally in Chicago that was shut down because of security and safety and the people outside that were like basically ready to riot and storm the venue. So me and Mr. Atomic literally went through a crowd of people that were screaming and yelling and spitting on us and stuff like that. And then we had to cross a freeway overpass. And okay, this is like first world problems, but I had a really expensive name brand purse, okay, a Dooney. And I was like, Rob, shove the Dooney in your jacket, save the Dooney. So we're running across this freeway overpass with my purse shoved in his jacket and us linked arm in arm just to get through this mob of people. And if we had left maybe 15 minutes later than we had, we would not have been able to cross that freeway and get to our cars and get out of there. So that was the half. And then I was so happy to find out that, because that Chicago one was on a Friday. I was so happy to find out that that following Sunday, 2 days later, he did Bloomington, Illinois. So Mr. Atomic knew how much I wanted to see Donald Trump. Like, that was on my bucket list in life, was to go to a political rally, because at that time I wasn't really political. It wasn't until I voted for Trump that I really got into politics. Thank you. So it was on my bucket list to go to a rally for somebody that I supported, and he knew how important it was to me. So there was this huge rainstorm. He drove me all the way to like a 2-hour drive or something like that. Maybe it was even 3 hours, I'm not sure, from Rockford to Bloomington, Illinois, just so I could see Donald Trump in a hangar at an airport. So he pulled in his airplane into the hangar and got out of the plane and came down and did his rally. And it was really awesome. When he came up to the podium, I cried like a little bitch. All right. I was like, that's my president. So I have been to 1.5 rallies. I doubt that he'll be back in Arizona before the election. So those are probably the only times that I'll ever get a chance to see him in person. Unless in the future he helps a future candidate, like maybe a future Trump. I don't know. We'll see. See, because all the Trump kids, you notice how they all are out there campaigning for their father, but where's the Biden family other than Jill Biden? That's her name, right? Jill Biden. I don't even know. I don't even pay attention. Like, it's not even worth my time to pay attention to that. But I have a feeling that he'll probably support his kids if Don Jr. runs or Ivanka one day runs. Mr. Atomic is not a fan of Ivanka, but I am. Like, if we're going to have a female president, like the first female president ever, she better be damn good. That's all I got to say. And it sure as hell isn't Kamala Harris. No way. Like, you've got to be a rock solid woman, a powerful woman, in order to hold that position with respect. And unless that's not you, girl, don't even step up and do it, because you're going to make us all look bad, and they're never going to elect in another female president if that's the case. Yes, Candace Owens. Thank you, Mr. Atomic, who's secretly watching and didn't tell me. But I would support Candace Owens for sure. Can't share or post. What do you mean can't share or post? I don't know what symptoms are exactly, but maybe look into distilled water, cinnamon, turmeric, food grade. Yeah, you know what I did? Because we all know this girl is not skinny, okay? I'm a plus size girl, like a size 18, okay? While I was sick, I decided I was going to eliminate all, like, bad food. Like, when I say bad food, I mean fast food, fried food, eliminate a majority of soda, or if you're in the Midwest, it's pop, right, Mr. Atomic? And I've stuck to it so far, which is really, really good. I've had a couple of sodas, but not like one. I have one every day, if not two. So I eliminated all that just to try and chill my stomach out. I don't know what the deal was. They just chalk it up to a virus, some sort of virus. But I am diabetic, so it lasted me weeks. I was out almost 2 weeks for work. So that's why I'm kind of hustling right now and living at my store, which I'm going to live at my store for the next 2 months anyway during the holidays. Yeah, because that's how it works with retail. So I just wanted to do a quick live stream and kind of fill you guys in on what happened tonight. Again, if there's anybody that wants to come help me push that sign up farther, it's a really, really heavy Trump sign. I mean, they're rock solid. It's heavy metal piping that they use to hold this thing up. And me and Mr. Atomic, we got it pushed up at least out of the lane it was hanging over, which could have been dangerous because it's pretty heavy. But if there's anybody that lives in Glendale, Arizona, and they want to come help try and push it back up straighter with me, you guys email me at Sharpie Marker, SHARPIE Marker, MARKER _1975 at Yahoo. It's probably in the description box. Yeah, that'd be great if you want to come help me, because it's very close to where I live, and I'd like it to be up straight and neat and looking good. And then if I can, I will try and live stream that, or I'll get a video and try and upload it for you guys. The old school way, you know, instead of doing a live stream. But live streams are always fun. So I'm sitting in my hot tub, and I'm probably going to be out here for, I don't know, maybe a good 10, 15 more minutes. Oh, okay. I thought Mr. Atomic was going to say something, because, you know, he likes to always shout out and put his input on things. You know how he's a backseat driver to all my live streams. But he let the dog out to go pee instead. So I just want to say hi to you guys, let you know I am still here. I have not forgotten about you. It's just a difficult time in my world right now where everything is busy, busy, busy. And I want to do something. I want to try and do something where I pull in like maybe Frank and, you know, depending on what he's doing, because he's busy, busy, busy. His channel is like exploded. Or like Snafu, and see if we can do something maybe for election night. That'd be cool, huh? Because I won't be, this girl's not going to be sleeping on election night. I'm going to be up all night watching it, because luckily I took the next day off. Yes, I'm about to smoke. And I took the next day off so I could sleep. I've not seen you in ages. Yes, I know. I'm bad. I'm sorry. I'm trying to be careful on my channel too, because I'm permanently demonetized. Like, they told me when they demonetized my channel, well, like when they gave me that, what do you call it? Strike. That's the right word. They told me that I could reapply in 90 days after I was out of YouTube jail, and that's false. I'm permanently demonetized. There's no option for me to reapply for monetization, which is fine, because I don't care about the money. I'm just here to be a political influencer. But a lot of the channels are being pulled down right now, okay? True Conservative Minutes, I don't know if you guys are subscribed to True Conservative Minutes. Jerry used to have the same amount of subscribers as me. He'd have like 15, 16,000 subscribers. They've shut him down 6 times, or maybe, wait, no, 5 times, and this is now his 6th channel, okay? Yeah. Okay, and it's happening to channels left and right. Who's the guy? Axe something or other. He's had multiple channels shut down. You know, I think that like Douglas Ducote is still going strong. I don't think his channel has been shut down, but I know a lot of us have gotten strikes. I know Snafu, you guys, Snafu got hit hard, and I think he's in YouTube channel, right, or YouTube jail right now. So he's having problems like all of us. Okay, so the problem is YouTube, not the Patriots. We have not given up. We have not given up our support for our president. We are still Trump supporters. We're still doing our thing. It's just we have to be extra, extra careful right now until after the election. And then we can let it fly, I think, because after that, at that point, you know, it's kind of over with. That's about all I got for you guys tonight. I'm going to soak in the hot tub a little bit longer, and I'll do a little smoky, and that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed story time about the crazy liberal that tried to pull down the gigantic Trump sign by my house. And until next time,